Trying to put the starter fluid in this thing. See if it's crank. See what's wrong with it. Try to get this thing to crank over, turn over or something. I mean, it turns over, but just won't do anything. So, Walmart starting fluid. Oh, this is a 2014 Kfx 450r Kawasaki. Bought it. Has problems. Don't really know what's really going on with it. Could be a possibly motor issue. Could be something simple. But got it for a low price, and I also came with a title, so I have a clean title to it. Basically bought it from the first owner. Bought it brand new, and just really tired of messing with it. And so I got it now. So I plan on fixing it, get this thing running good, and selling it for a profit. Or if it runs good and I like it, I might end up keeping it. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and get a flat head right quick. What's wrong with you? Hey, it's like that, you remind me of that movie, what's that movie, what's that movie? I won't back down, and I won't, but she was like, Randall, there's cows outside. It's a cow farm. There's a bug outside. It's outside. You're gonna find bugs outside. I got the name of that movie. Yeah, barnyard.
You ready, Cam? Oh, fucking ether. That shit, that's that.
Strong as hell. I don't hear no knocking though. Unless I have been running long enough though. I think the fuel problem, man.
Could be.
If you spray ether, it ain't crank up. This is fuel injected though. What the thing fuel pump with that?
Yeah, it could have. I'll take it to that shop just to get a diagnosis on it.
Shit, I ain't trying to put that much money in this thing, fam.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll come back. Or something that you think about. So it could be an issue with timing also. Could be a timing issue. Like a fuel issue or a timing issue. That's only two things I think of right now. So probably need to check the timing. Pull all the cover off. Pull the valve cover off. Make sure it's in time. Make sure it's timed. If it's not, I think that's what I'm thinking. I think it's a time issue. I think it ain't in time. Can't find a flathead, so using a scraper. But I'm loosen it. I might have to go get a flathead. Oh, dang it. We're gonna try to find a flathead right quick. Oh, yes I do. I found one. Found one. Found one. Oh, can't let it go. I was just sitting there watching Yellowstone. I don't know if y'all watched that show or not, but pretty good show. 17mm for boat. Alright, so I took the spark plug out. I got the divot right here lined up with the case. That divot lined up with the case. And I think that's pretty much looks like it's off by one. Really hard to say. Yeah. Got lined up. So we'll have to meet the timing good. So now we just gotta figure out what else could be the issue. Alright, so got the valve cover off. All you gotta do is take off the body panels, take out the front body panels, slide it forward, and then just take off the two bolts right here. Then the fuel tank will just slide on over like that. So I just got the fuel tank hanging off to the side. Yeah, so recently discovered that I got 255 on the lobes. So on the cam bearing holder. So it might be a new head on here, or actually got new cams or been rebuilt or something. Probably, most likely. Also figured out that 10 millimeter will literally take this thing like totally apart. Like all the bolts are like literally 10s, which is pretty easy. Most photos I worked on, they had so many different bolts holding them together. So I'm pretty happy that this is going pretty simple right now. But don't see, has a little wear on that cam, but I don't see anything too crazy. But we're just gonna keep going. So let me go ahead and take off the crank bolt and start rotating this thing, seeing if I can get it, see if it's in time or not. What's up, guys? This is the next video, next day of the continuation of the Kfx450r. Bought it from a guy with a clean title. So just got title transferred over to my name today. Now we are trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Previous video, y'all seen we put starter fluid in it, act like it want to crank, but it didn't really fire off real good. So about to check, about to take the valve cover off, take the whole thing apart, and I'm gonna check the valves, check the timing, check the valves, inspect, and yeah. So right now, just gonna start taking off these, and we'll get started. What's up, guys? As you can see, I got it all put back together. Figure out what's wrong with it. Pretty dang simple. I wish I would have figured it out sooner, but luckily. So I have literally about 50 bucks into this thing right now. So the problem was it had a bad fuel pump fuse. So got that swing changed over. You know, so what I did was I took a voltage meter, put it on the leads to the fuel pump. Wasn't getting anything. I found the 2 fuses. So right here, it's one of this. It's like kind of like a Velcro kind of thing, and you take that off, and then it holds has 2 orange filters, not filters, fuse box. And then you take that off, and then replace the fuse. And then I just changed the oil, put a new spark plug in it, and new filter, and then that's about it. So as y'all can see, you hear it. Runs good now, engine wise, but now I'm having a problem with the carrier. So now when I found it, second problem is that, as you can see, you probably can't see it on camera, but the carrier is crooked. So you can see the chain is kind of crooked. Now as you can see from lined up, this back tire sticks out more than the front, but on this side, kind of hard to see, but the front sticks out more than the rear. Yeah, it's super hard to see. You probably can't tell, but it is. So, got to figure out what this carrier, because first gear is good. Second gear, it just knocks. Like you literally just hear the chain just knock up against it, knock up against this. So gotta figure that out. So yeah, as you can see, look kind of bent. But other than that, seems pretty good. Probably gonna take it to the shop tomorrow, because I don't really know much about carriers. I could probably mess with it, but I don't know. If I had time, I'd probably mess with it. But as you can see, it's been taken apart before because they broke this bolt off, this carrier, and it's aluminum, so that's gonna be super hard to fix. But it's also like a gap right there. I don't know if I'm pretty sure, I'm thinking I can just unloosen the bolts and try to push this back more that way. Try to push it back more, and hopefully that will fix it. But I don't know. Probably gonna mess with it later on. Probably not gonna mess with it right now. But as you can see, you can see it real good right there. Yeah, you can see it now. But other than that, man, she rides good, sounds good. Yeah. I'll probably mess with it a little bit later. But right now, I'm just happy. I hear it run. But I'll let y'all know what I come up with. Yo, got Kfx450r. Different scenery. I got it at my house. It's kind of hard working on it at my brother's house, so I took it home. But anyway, got the whole bottom end tore apart. Got the transmission out. Found pieces of teeth of the transmission. And let me show y'all the carnage. So there she goes. She gone. Ain't nothing you can do about this one. But and then it's a little bit of wear on the primary drive, but not too much. But we'll order a whole new transmission for this thing. Get it put back together. Everything else seems pretty good. Should be able to use this the drum. I put it in gear. But should be able to reuse everything. This motor is actually being rebuilt before, as you can see. New crank or newly used crank. Had a bunch of different markings on it, on stuff. So whoever did this motor last actually did a pretty good job. Just, you know, they probably just put a shitty transmission in it, and that's what happens. So it's all good. We're gonna, another man's trash is another man's treasure, I say. So we're gonna get this thing towed all apart, and we're gonna get this motor cleaned up and get a new transmission for this thing, get this motor cleaned up, and then we'll put it back together. And then she should be for sale. I actually don't want to sell it now, to be honest. I actually want to keep it. I want to put, so actual plans for this thing is that I end up might keeping it, depending on how I feel. But I do want to do, I've been watching Michael Sabo, and I actually do want to do the 2 halos that he has in his. I want to do plus 2 inch, plus 2, what they call, full flight A-arms with a plus 2. So I want to have this thing like basically like a YFZ450 without it being a YFZ450. But because Kawasaki is just, they just where it's at, man, you know? Just can't beat them. So yeah, we gotta get this axle figured out though. About these cheap eBay carriers, I know that they are very well known of being very too small of tolerance, so the axle won't fit all the way in. So I guess whoever put the carrier in didn't know that, so they messed it up. Not messed it up, but they don't have the carrier in, they don't have the axle in far enough. So take the axle out, sand it down, put it back in, should work. I do want to do, it does have a fat bar, and I do want to keep the fat bar, but the steering stem is bent. So I want to do a whole new steering stem. I want to put a Ramosi steering stem on it with a Ramosi bar clamps with the added protection support, and then also do green back bar or pro taper bar. But I want to keep this bar, so I don't know yet. I want to make this thing like completely custom, make it mine, and yeah, do what I need to do with it. It should get me in the game. So yeah, so that's it. That's the build for right now, and obviously we'll cut y'all back on, let y'all know a couple more updates on it. But that's where we stand right now. Peace.